Welcome to a totally different reality where in this alternate universe, the LeBron James that you know never chose basketball, but instead, as a high school student, chose football. This is what it would have been like if LeBron James chose football instead of basketball. I'm ready to make my announcement. Next season, I will be joining up as an athlete, as the newest AKRON ZIP. But he was willing to offer me something that no other team would. A chance to control my own destiny and a chance to start at the quarterback position. And we'll move from 1-1 from the FCS East team to now we have to go up against Michigan. The question is, can we shock the world? Welcome to week number 3, where we are currently sitting at a 1-1 record. Since we were playing against Michigan, we got a lot more coverage on our game. The day before our game against Michigan, I had a news reporter ask me how we felt about our chances going up against a top-ranked Michigan. I told them I wasn't worried. I think we prepared well, and I think our team is ready for the challenge. None of the sports analysts gave us any chance in this matchup. I mean, why would they? Have you seen how bad we are? There was a clip going around the internet of Ryan Day being asked what they thought of our chances going up against Michigan was. And in 2 short words, Ryan Day said, no chance. Nobody believed in us. And this is one of the most hostile crowds I've probably ever stepped into in any sporting environment. And since Ryan Day had a short and sweet answer for our chances against Michigan, our coach had a simple response to what we are going to do today: shock the world. In the first quarter of this matchup, I get a chance to do a fake handoff to our running back, where I then decided to use my legs to start slowly easing myself into this football game. I took a slide to try to protect the football, and on the next play of that drive, it's a pass play, and I'm looking for somebody open, but nobody's there. So again, I use my legs in a long 1st down and 20 after a penalty, and I fumble the football. On the next drive, I find a sideline route that I like. We get the 1st down, and I'm slowly finding a rhythm. Starting the second quarter on a 1st down and 10, I find one of my favorite receivers, Adams, towards the sideline. We get into the red zone for the first time this game. Simple read option. I decide to keep it, and I'm going to make a risky move here. I dive, but the ball is jarred loose on my attempt. This was our one chance to get on the board, and everybody in the Michigan crowd is letting me hear it.
Emotional damage.
Fortunately, our defense would get another stop, and I find somebody over the middle of the field, and he drops the pass. These are opportunities we cannot make mistakes on in this type of a matchup. About 1 minute left to go in this second quarter of play. I go to the sideline and find somebody over the middle of the field. That's an absolute dot that puts us right back into the red zone in striking distance. Coach got in my ear of making sure I threw this football in the end zone so I don't fumble it, but I decided to take things into my own hands, and I duck my head and I decide to run for the end zone. Nobody's around me, and I get the touchdown. We're the first ones on the board. Zone read right here. I get up to the middle of the field, and I get a 1st down. I'm trying my best to hold on to this football, and my team is right there to continue encouraging me along. On another opportunity, I drop back in the pocket and find nobody open. I scramble, and I see somebody wide open, and I overthrow him just slightly. That would have been another chance for us to get on the board. 3rd down and 14. We must convert here. I look over the middle of the field, and I find Grimes Jr. for an easy dot up the middle. Huge 2nd down and 14, and the crowd is rocking in this Michigan stadium. I decide to keep it for myself again, looking to see if I can buy some extra time, and I do. I find up the sideline one of our halfbacks with an easy sideline dot that gives us a 1st down. Here we are on a 1st down and 10 opportunity. It's another read option that I have, and I have a lot of field to work with if I make sure I get them to bite on this route. So I get a chance to fake that. I hold on to it, and I make a move towards the outside, but the cornerback does not keep his block, which forces me back in the middle. Fortunately, we're able to get the 1st down, and on the next play on a 1st down and 10, I can't find anybody, but I do get a dump off to one of my receivers that gets close to the 1st down marker. That's a 9-yard gain, and I'm having to ad-lib on my feet here. Another read option play, and the crowd is booming. I keep the football and make a nice little move to the outside, get the 1st down, and hold on to the football for a 12-yard run. 4th quarter, 1 minute left to go in this ball game on a 3rd down and 8. Michigan has no timeouts left. If we convert this 1st down, we will be able to kneel this out and win the game with a 10-7 lead. I look to find somebody, and I do. Up the sidelines is one of my favorite targets this game, which is Adams. And Michigan, with no timeouts left, coach calls the victory formation, and we have shocked the world. Down goes Michigan as we get a chance to move up to 2-1 for the season. This is a game that made everybody put us on their radar. Nobody would treat us the same after this matchup, as I would also get player of the game recognition. And what's the funniest part about all of this? Michigan paid us to come here, and we spoiled their big day. I had an extremely efficient day, going for over 150 yards on passing and in rushing. We will be facing off against the Raging Cajuns. After that matchup, I got a chance to upgrade my accuracy, my release, and my throw power. And moving into week number 4 with the 2-1 3-1 record, we would get a chance to have a little hometown fun as we look to host the Raging Cajuns. Coach has got a lot more confidence in me in this matchup, but we would end up winning this game 28-17, moving us to a 3-1 overall record. We are already 2 games over what we did last season. I would win player of the game recognitions, and we're slowly starting to get into a rhythm as we make our way into conference gameplay. Over 200 in the air, over 100 on the ground, and 2 touchdowns both ways. We'll be entering into week number 5, 3-1, going up against Bowling Green State University. Every sports pundit that now has us on their radar calls this our first real test, which is true because they also sit at the same record that we do. And here we are now on the road going up against one of the top teams in our conference. In the second quarter, we are already looking at a 7-0 deficit. Coach calls a simple pass play, and I decide to call on my own number. I tuck my head and I see an opening, and I decide to run it in for a touchdown. Here we are standing on our own end zone. We have 99 yards to go. I make a quick spin move towards the sideline, and that gets us a first down. It's a tie ball game, but I'm slowly finding some rhythm here. At the 50-yard line on a 2nd down and 8, I do a fake play action play, have no pressure on me, and I get a chance to throw it all the way to the outside to one of our running backs. That's an easy first down, which pushes us right into the red zone territory. On a huge 4th down and 6 to try to keep this drive alive, I don't see anybody open, and I decide to keep it on my own. I try to run towards the sideline, but I cannot get it. I'm just short about 1 yard. On the next drive, after Bowling Green scored, here we are now down 1 possession. I find somebody over the middle of the field, and that's a dot, which puts the ball game right back in reach. Tied it back up with Tony Grimes Jr. Still a tie ball game with 1 minute left to go in this third quarter of gameplay. I drop back and find a sideline route. I love it. He toe taps it in, and we're going to try to see if we can move down this field. On a 3rd down and 11, crucial play for us to keep the drive alive. I look over the middle of the field, and I get picked off. I didn't even see the guy there, man. Bowling Green would end up setting themselves up to get another score, and I'm trying my best not to get in my head, but I got to demonstrate leadership here. Triple option, I decide to keep it, and I sacrifice my body so that I can get the extra yardage as I pitch the ball off to Williams Jr., who gets up the sideline and gets almost a 40-yard gain. It's a beautiful play call from our head coach, and here we are now, still down 1 possession. I decide to see if I can make something up with my feet, but it's not there. They kept it away from me. And with the 4th down and 20, coach decided to trust me, and so here we are. I have to get the first down. I make something up with my feet again, and I find somebody up the sideline with a beautiful toe tap to stay in bounds. 1st down and goal. We are right there trying to score this football. I call my own number again, and we score, tying the ball game back up. After the defensive stop with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go in this ball game, we need to score. We just need 1 score in order to win this game. I look up the sideline for something, and it's not there, and I get tackled, and I lose the football. Bowling Green would get that football right back, and they would start on about the 50-yard line. The score is sitting right now at 21 for us, 28 for Bowling Green, and we have about 18 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter. I have all 3 timeouts, but I'm not going to intend to use them. As I try to see if I can make my way up the field, I find somebody over the middle. That's that accuracy starting to show itself here. He gets himself inside the 20-yard line with 9 seconds left to go, and coach decides to use a timeout. Down 1 touchdown. We have to score. I find an out route, and I put it on the money. We score and tie the ball game back up, and we force overtime for the first time this season. Bowling Green 35, we're sitting at 28. They already scored an OT1, so we have to either match them or beat them. On a speed option, I decide to keep it on a 3rd and inches. That keeps the drive alive, and we are right there knocking on the door to score this football. On a 2nd down and 10, I already intend to try to see if I can ad-lib a little bit with my legs to buy some time. I see somebody over the middle of the field. He's gonna get open. I rifle that pass in there, but I don't see the strong safety lurking on the other side, and that's gonna be a pick, which will end the game. Bowling Green will push our record from a 3-1 to now 3-2. I'll tell you what, man, these road games, overtime, these are all learning opportunities for me, but I would be lying to you if I didn't say to you that I felt like I let my team down there. Coach told me I had a very efficient game, 2 touchdowns on the ground and in the air, but it's still not enough. We'll continue conference gameplay in the next week's matchup, and the question is, can the bottom feeders known as the AKRON ZIPS actually put a little bit of fear in the hearts of those in this conference? And can I get a chance to lead my team and bounce back after a heartbreaking overtime loss? If you guys want to stay in tune with what's happening in next week's episode, do me a huge favor. Don't forget to hit the like button on this video. It's a free way to support. And if you want to be a part of the Clay community and more series like this, hit that sub button down below.